I'm David Reed from CCP Games, developer of Dust 514. Here are our top tips for playing the game. One of the first things that you do as you fire up Dust 514 is you choose a race. There are 4 races in the EVE universe that you get to choose from: the Galente, the Caldari, the Amar, and the Minmatar. The differences between them in-game are purely aesthetic, how you look. Take a look at the background for each of these races, pick the one that is best for you. As an example, personally, I'm a Galente man. One of the things you're going to want to do early on in the game is join a corporation. In a corporation, number one, you'll start to meet with other friends where you'll be able to go into a Dust battle and really tweak and refine your team tactics. But beyond that, being part of a corporation enables you to be part of the grand space opera of how EVE and Dust connect, planetary conquest. It's in planetary conquest that corporations set matches to take over districts on planets. As you go through a battle in Dust, you're actually competing to take over control points. Take over all the control points in a map, you win a district. Take over all the districts on a planet, you now have all the resources of that planet to bear for you and your corporation's wallet grows as a result. If you've been playing other great shooters on the PlayStation 3, games like Call of Duty and Battlefield, you'll find the control scheme of Dust 514 to be immediately accessible. If, however, you want to try tweaking things a little differently, you go into your mercenaries' quarters, and in the Neocom, you have the ability to change the controls to any number of other options that you have. And this becomes particularly important in Dust 514, because you're not just playing an off-the-shelf sort of character. Most shooters, you're an archetype, you're a sniper, you're a medic, you're a heavy. These guys all play the same way in every shooter you've played, except for Dust. Because in Dust, you have the ability to really customize these things to the nth degree and do it however you want to. Be sure that when you think about your control schemes, you're thinking about the way you really enjoy playing the game. Dust is interesting in that, much like in EVE Online, you will level up, you will earn currency in-game, the ISK, our interstellar credit, and you will earn skill points every time you go into a battle, win or lose. But what's important here as well is that you also passively gain skill points, even when you're not playing the game. If you leave the game for a day, if you have to go on vacation for a week away from your PlayStation 3, you will continue to earn these skill points even though you're not actively engaged in battle. So it's important to come and check in on a regular basis and use those skill points to your benefit to tweak and tailor your character to be able to contribute the most to your group and to be able to have the most fun on the battlefield in the way that you play. Fittings are a key part of the extensive nature of the depth and customization of Dust 514. Every character has a certain amount of power and CPU that they can use with the equipment that they have based on how high they've leveled up over time and how many skill points they've earned. And it's only in the fittings menu that you will learn to customize and tweak the loadout, the custom fitting that is perfect for you. You may have several different ones. You may have the one that you want to use when you want to be a heavy on your team and soak up a lot of frontline damage. You may have one when you're a logistics guy to help put out spawn points, to help resuscitate fallen comrades. These are the things that you get to do, and you can have a different loadout for any kind of condition that you want. This is all done in the fittings menu. When you go into the Battle Finder, you'll see different kinds of modes that are available, and Skirmish is a great way to start the game. Skirmish has a very particular objective. It's your job to strike down your enemy's mobile command center, the MCC, that giant ship that's floating above the battlefield. The way that you do this is by working with your teammates to take over the null cannons that are set up as control points around the map. So it's important that when a skirmish match begins, you go out aggressively with your teammates and you start taking these control points quickly, because whoever gets the first round of middle control points is going to have a terrific advantage over their opponents and be able to pin them down faster. Give skirmish mode a try if you're new to Dust 514 and make sure that you're up there aggressively taking those early control points. And there you have it, our top tips for Dust 514 from CCP. The game is completely free to play. Go to your PlayStation Network on your PS3, download it now, and we'll see you in the game.